Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef. I know that it is summertime right now, but if you're a mom like me, you're already thinking about getting ready for back to school and what we can do to make that process of making breakfast and lunch easier on us and our kids every day. So today I'm going to feature Pampered Chef's Waffle Stick Pan. So if you haven't seen this before, it is a really cool product and it makes making waffle sticks really quick and easy. You can use any mix that you like. Today I'm going to be using Pampered Chef's Pancake and Waffle Mix to make our waffle sticks, and you're going to love this. All of our pans are beautiful for one. So you see this beautiful blue color on this side, and then this is coated very, very nicely. It's kind of like an easy release, but you do still need to oil your pans just to prevent anything from sticking to it. So these are hand wash pans and they're easy to clean. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and oil this up so that it's ready to go, because that's something that I tend to forget to do if I don't do it right away. So let's do it while we're talking about it. And then we're going to mix up our pancake and waffle mix, pour it into the stick pan, and put it in the oven. The oven is preheating to 400 degrees. These are going to bake 11 to 13 minutes. So they're really quick and easy, and you can use these for many different things, not just waffles. You could put like biscuit dough in here. You can put cinnamon roll dough. So if you buy the Pillsbury cans of refrigerated dough, I've posted that before in my recipe community. You guys can check that out. And if you're not a member of my recipe community, you can find it by going to theflipflopchef.com. Click on the button at the top of the page. It'll take you to the group, and you can access thousands of recipes as well as my weekly giveaway. So let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some regular vegetable oil and brush that in this pan. I do want to show you guys this really cool oil dispenser. So this is an oil or vinegar dispenser, so you may need to purchase more than one. If you want one for oil and one for vinegar, you might need multiple depending on the flavors that you like to have and cook within your kitchen. So what we're going to do is we're going to just squeeze these little buttons. There's one on each side. It's a silicone button, so you're pressing on both sides, and you can actually measure. Let me give you a quick close-up look here. You can actually measure how much you need to measure. So teaspoons, tablespoons, and milliliters. It's on both sides. To fill this, actually, let me show you this. I'm going to take this apart and give you a better look here. So this is the jar that you fill, and there's this straw in here. We're going to just tighten this. And I'm not going to take this cap off at the moment just because I have oil in there, but let me go ahead and just pour a little bit of oil in each of these wells. And then I'm going to go back with my basting brush and just brush it in. Now, once you've got all the oil out of that little container, you can pop this off for easy cleaning. So it's a really cool thing. And you can get creative about what liquids you're putting in here. But that's our oil and vinegar dispenser. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my silicone basting brush. You can spray this with our kitchen spritzer if you like, but make sure that you get this nice and oiled in all those little crevices. We don't recommend using store-bought cooking sprays because they do have preservatives in them. That can cause a sticky buildup on your pans, and it can make it really hard to get those cleaned, and the life of your pan will not be nearly as long if you do that. Now, if you have to use a store-bought spray, my recommendation is to use Baker's Joy because it does have flour, and Pam even makes a new spray that has flour in it. Those are much better than just the straight oil sprays. All right, so let's set our pan aside, and we're gonna go ahead and mix together our pancake and waffle mix. I'm gonna use this 4-quart mixing bowl here, and I'm gonna open up my packet of pancake and waffle mix. And we're just gonna follow the instructions on the package. So we're gonna add 2 cups of milk. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. And I've already melted 2 tablespoons of butter. Pour that in. Just get my little scraper so we don't waste any of that. And then what we're going to do, you could mix this with the scraper, but I'm going to use a whisk. You could also use a hand mixer or a Flex Plus if you like, but I feel like it's pretty easy to mix with a whisk by hand. It doesn't take a lot of effort. So we're going to whisk this together. I like this bowl because it is dishwasher safe, it is microwave safe, and it has a little no skid gripper on the bottom to keep this from slipping and sliding around your countertop. All right, so now that I've got that all incorporated, I'm just going to whisk this briskly here. And it's okay if it's a little bit lumpy. There we go. And like I said, I'm preheating our oven to 400 degrees. These are gonna bake for 11 to 13 minutes, so it doesn't take long at all. So after I get these ready to go in the oven, I will go offline shortly and then come back and show you the finished product. So I recommend using one of our stainless steel scoops when scooping this batter. So our small scoop is like a melon baller, our medium scoop is your standard cookie size, and our large scoop is your cupcake and muffin size. I have to tell you guys, I've had these scoops for about 23 years, maybe a little bit longer, since that's how long I've been with Pampered Chef, and they will last you forever. So I'm gonna turn my pan a little bit. You could pour this batter in if you wanted to. If you were to use like our classic batter bowl that has a pour spout, that would be a good option. If you make a mess, you can just use a paper towel and clean off the pan. So I'm going to start with 2 scoops of batter. I feel like I didn't get a full scoop in this one. So add a little bit more, and then we'll just tap the pan down and see if we need to add any more. You don't want these to be completely full because you need to leave room for them to rise. I don't know if you heard my oven, but it is preheated and it's ready to go when I'm ready. Now you can make these ahead of time, make them the night before, make them a few nights before, depending on how long these will last in your house. A little bit more in this one, and I think I need a little bit more in this one. Let me just sort of shake this pan and level it off. I think that looks good. I'm going to add a tiny bit more in this one, and we want to leave room for this to rise. So I'm going to put these in my oven. Like I said, I have preheated the oven to 400 degrees. I'm going to bake these for 11 to 13 minutes. Let me just take a little paper towel here, and I'm just going to clean off the pan so we don't end up with any little burnt pieces. This is a real quick, easy step. And we'll put this in the oven, get these baked, and I'll come back and I'll show you the finished results. So hang tight, I'll see you in a bit. Hey you guys, I'm back to show you the finished products of our waffle sticks. These smell so good and I cannot wait to taste them. This will be my breakfast today. So I want to show you guys the best way to flip these out of the pan. So this is the rack that goes with our half sheet pan. It's a cooling rack as well, but it's a baking rack. So you can actually bake directly on this rack when you're using it with our half sheet pan. So you could cook bacon, or you could do a roast or a whole chicken. The possibilities are endless. So I'm going to flip this over right on top of my waffle stick pan and take my microwave grips. I'm going to grab the rack and the pan. I'm going to flip this over. Underneath here I have a trivet, so let me just lay that on there and check this out. So remember, we oiled this pan, and so because of that, these waffle sticks did not stick to the pan. They just come right out. So if you're just going to eat these right away, serve them with your favorite syrup. I have a couple of choices for us. We have pure maple syrup, and we have bourbon barrel aged maple syrup. This is Bissell's brand, but I buy these at the I think it's Maple Street Biscuit Company here in Sarasota. They are really, really good. So I actually think I like the bourbon better, so that's why I bought that this time. Now, these are not cooled yet because I just took them out of the oven, but they fit perfectly in the 8 1/4 cup leak-proof storage container. So I want to show you, I won't put the lid on here to store them until they're cooled off, and I'll probably actually take these out, let them cool on the cooling rack, but just to show you, you can fit several layers of these in here, and these do have a plastic lid with a silicone seal and locking tabs. So you just set this on the top and snap those shut, and then this will keep it nice and fresh. So you don't have to refrigerate bread products, so I would recommend that you just leave these on the counter or put them in the pantry. I'm going to take these out just so that they cool off and don't have a lot of steam. You can already see the steam building up in this bowl. That would kind of make them soggy, so I definitely don't want to leave them in there. I'm going to let these cool off, and then I'm going to make another batch because we're going to get at least one more pan out of this pancake and waffle mix from Pampered Chef. So hope you guys are excited about this. This is something you can make ahead for your kids' breakfast, and it's also something you can throw in their lunch too. If they like having breakfast for lunch, throw some of these in their lunch with a little bit of syrup, and they can eat them at room temperature. I'd love to hear your ideas, things that you're using your waffle stick pan for. You can make cornbread in them. That's a really fun way to serve chili with some cornbread sticks. You can make them in the waffle stick pan like I mentioned earlier. You can make cinnamon rolls, biscuits, waffles and pancake batter. Lots of great different choices. So thank you for watching today, and don't forget to go to theflipflopchef.com. Join my recipe community. I have thousands of recipes there and a weekly giveaway every single Friday. Make sure you subscribe to my channel while you're here. Click the bell so that you get all the notifications, and I look forward to seeing you next time. That's all I have for you today. Take care.